Check this out. Hi everyone, I'm Lilo Tracy from Toucan Hobby, and right here I have this awesome customized 1/12 scale military truck. So this is going to be the off-road BC8C from CROSSRC, the Mammoth. So I would love to just jump into it and show you guys everything that we've done with this one. And of course we have a matching trailer right under here, also in 1/12 scale, all painted and customized by Toucan Hobby. Let's jump into it. Now let's get into the exterior features of our BC8C over here. So first things first, on the front over here, we have a full metal front bumper, of course with a hook part, so you can tow it whenever it's needed. And of course we have the cabin over here. This is going to be a plastic cabin, this entire one. And with light system, we have two lights over here, some indicators and some headlights. And of course one spotlight on the top with windshield wipers. These are not mobile, so no need to move them. And of course we've got the windows to see into the cabin. So the paint job on this one took us quite a while to do because this was all hand done. Okay, so this is a very special paint job on this one. And now over here on the side of the cabin, we do have this metal ladder step that's going to be on both sides. And then this part is going to be the plastic door. However, we do have as well a side mirror over here that is adjustable. And the door has a locking mechanism. So right now, if you just pull it, it won't open. You have to go down first and then pull to open. So on the inside, we do have some details in the cabin interior, some seats, and of course, the steering wheel. And now for the tires over here, we have the rubber tires, super soft for the Mammoth 135/48R.2.2 for the tires. So they really have that awesome realism to them, which is really, really cool. And you have effortless to move around through any weird, difficult terrain. So that is really well built. And then on the center, we do have the wheel hub. On the outside, it is protected by the plastic part, but on the inside, the wheel hub is actually a metal part. And now for the top of our cabin over here, we do have 4 openable doors, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one over here is only a decorative part, so it does not open. But over here, to open the doors, you have to first release this part, this part, this part, and the last part. And you can open the top, same thing on the other side. And over here for the support rods, so they easily just go into this pin section right over here. You can just easily do that. That will be able to support the cabin door, even though you do not need to use it since the cabin doors literally just stay up anyway. And from there you can see the inside. That's going to be our battery compartment. We're going to be using this 5,200 milliamp LiPo 11 volt battery with an XT60 connector. And of course, coming over to this side. Now, before I show you all the electronics on here, I have to show you guys the controller that we're using. So I'm going to have to turn it on because I do plan on turning it on as well right now. It's very important that the controller turns on first, or else you will not have any signal connection. So let's look on the inside. We have our sound system that we're using over here, the 12-channel receiver, that's going to be the FGR 12B, the power switch right over here, the 5,200 milliamp LiPo battery, and of course it uses an XT60 connector. So I'm going to connect it and show you guys how it works when you turn it on. So immediately when you connect the battery, the truck itself is not on. However, the cooling system, you're going to hear it, it's in here, it's housed in here. It's going to turn on immediately, even though you have 0 control and 0 signal connected to the truck. So to do that, you have to first press the power switch. So now we have control of the truck. Now here's one more thing. This right here, that's going to be our UBEC for the steering. So right now, as it is on, I can actually use the steering. But once I turn off, there's a switch right over here. So now once the UBEC is off, we lose any control of the steering. But everything else is going to be just fine. You do have an option for neutral for this one. So we can still drive forwards and backwards, but we have 0 steering. So we need to turn on the UBEC for this one. Now on the cabin, we still have some more decorative parts like an oil tank over here, container. as well as the little fire extinguisher, so you can actually remove them if you want to. We've got housing, so that's on both sides. You have two here as well as on the other side there's two as well. Now coming over to the back, here we're housing our cooling system. You have to do the same thing to unlock, and of course you can feel the air coming out over here. So this is going to be cooling our motor over here and our driving gearbox. And now over here, we do have another part that we DIY added, this mag connector, since our trailer over here does not have a battery or the light system that you can control all by itself. So we connected it with this mag connector, which simply just connects right here. Connects right here, and then this will have all the power it needs coming directly from our track. So if you need, of course, you have a trailer that does not have any battery or anything, you can request us to add the mag connector. Very, very important part. And then coming over here, we have the huge 1/12 scale fifth wheel, which pretty easy. All you have to do is slide this out, put your trailer in, and then it locks. And of course, everything from here is going to be metal over here, except for the little part over here. This is just a nice little plastic decorative part. Toolbox, you can add whatever you need in here. And coming over to the tires, now here are some impressive facts about it. So we have this balance beam suspension system right over here, which connects both of our tires. So you can see it move like a balance beam. And of course, we've got independent suspension 8 times. So the entire 8 wheels have these independent suspension system. So this will not work with this one. So it's on its own. The tire over here will not be affected. Same with this one, as well as all the way to the front. Now on the rear over here, we do have our 2 rear lights, and of course the rear hook over here for towing anything that you may need. Also, one more thing, the balance beam suspension system is only available on the back, so these two are not going to be on the front, so only in the rear. And of course, each one has its own rocker arms to give that independent suspension system. And now let's take a look at our chassis. So we've got a full metal mainframe right over here, which makes it very durable and very well built, making it the transport overlord, of course. And for the independent suspension, you can see over here, pretty easy to see when you're looking at it from under. And of course, we've got these guard plates. These are going to be all CNC metal guard plates that are hiding all the electronic parts on the inside, which just makes it even much safer. Now over here in the front, we've got metal biaxial steering, so that's going to be 4 steering in the front over here, 4-wheel steering. And of course, we do have our servos over here that control the steering for this axle, as well as over here, same thing. Now over here on the inside, we have our high power, high torque brushed motor, the 560 for enhanced performance. And right over here, we have an 8x8 wheel drive suspension system, and of course it's going to be our gear. So for this one, it's going to be dual speed, so 2-speed transmission that we're going to have for this one. And of course, we have the CVD drive shaft over here. Now for our trailer, custom painted, awesome 3-axle full metal trailer, of course. So no battery for this one. There is nothing supplying it power. There is no receiver, nothing. So that's why we had our mag connector. And of course, all this hand painted, customized. So it took us a while to do. And for the legs over here, so it's going to be manual. You just have to lift this up to free it, and then you can drop them. Same thing on the other side. And for the tires, of course, 3-axle. And of course, this wheel hub is going to be metal wheel hubs, dual rear wheels always. So this is going to be a pretty strong trailer. Coming over to the front, for the support legs over here, these are also going to be manual. All you have to do is release this and it comes off. And then you gotta just put it back in to whatever length you need to lift it, and then tighten it. Now it sticks. So same thing on the other side. Whenever you need to do anything, that's going to be manual. Now on the back, we do have the light system installed. So we do have all the rear lights. You're going to have reversing lights as well as turning indicator lights. And then that's going to work with our track over there, so I'll show you guys right now because we are about to get into the operation. Now for the operation, light system first, that's going to be your switch right over here. That's SWF. So all you can do is just flip it up and that's it. So there is no modes to change or anything. So this is factory setting. It just comes this way. And of course you have the steering lights. Wow. So of course dual axle steering over here. Now on the inside of the cabin, we also have lights over here on the dashboard, which just gives it that much more of a realistic feel. So that's it. You're gonna get one LED here, and the two over here, another one, and of course the spotlights on the top. And then of course we have rear lights and of course lights on the trailer. I'm gonna show you guys now. So now we've connected the trailer with our mag connector for the power, and over here we have the rear lights for the trailer, sorry, for the truck, and that's going to be only the normal lights and the indicator lights. But for the trailer over here, we do have the normal lights that turn on, indicator lights on both sides, and of course reversing lights. So that's going to be the white ones for the reverse, and of course for the indicator, and normal red lights. And now for the suspension on this one, check this out. That's really good, and it's really freaking heavy. Super nice. And of course now for the speed transmission, but before that we have the sound right here. That's going to be the sound. And of course we have volume control on the inside over here. For speed transmission, that's going to be right over here. So this pin is on the center position. So when I try to drive, we have nothing because that's the neutral. And then when we push it up, that's going to be a low speed. Really good brakes on this one. So this is our low speed. Now for high speed, oh, I'm scared over here, okay? High speed is gonna be a little bit dangerous, but let's go. Whoa, okay. The brakes are gonna save our lives. Whoa. Let's now take a little bit of a free drive. I'm gonna do low speed for that. Really good turning angle. Let's not crash. This is a really huge RC. Now that's a good suspension. And of course this model basically has diff built in, so always locked. And of course it's super stable. Alright everyone, now that was our awesome customized 1/12 scale truck and trailer. So this is our BC8C from CROSSRC, and if you guys would like to get the same one made for you in this awesome camouflage color, just contact me, Little Tracy from Chicken Hobby, and I'll help you guys get whatever you need. So do not forget to contact me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.